neighbor. Charlie Rich behind closed doors. That is a scandalous song. I love it. Well, they don't make them like that anymore, do they? Because when she gets behind closed doors, that's when she lets her hair down and, oh, have mercy. That's a steamy song. Anyway, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. I am Sweet Bobby. This is Trader Nerds, where real traders never trade alone. They trade with their fellow nerds like Dan and DB and Dwayne and Edwin and Hal and Jim B and Mo and Rick and Vicky with an I, all gathered together to do a little trading. And friends and neighbors, look at the NQ up 1.76%. The E-minis are, not doing anything. Look, up 0.85%, but NASDAQ is rocking and rolling, up 375%. Now watch what that does to TQQQ. TQQQ is up 5.16%. It's incredible. It's amazing. You sit there and you go, well, listen, there's going to be days that we're going to be down 5% or down 9%, but these days are really, really nice. And now I'm sitting there going, I can't believe I sold a call in TQQQ. Thank God I only sold one, right? But anyway, the market's going up. DIX is down a little bit from yesterday, 13.63. AD is really kind of muted for such a big move on the day. AD is 31, and it's just kind of hanging out at lunchtime chop. Let's look at the big green monster for the E-minis. Look at this. No surprise. Went down to the point of control. And now it's back at the 50% mark, which should be a little bit of support, resistance. We've seen it's already been resistance once. The more times it pops it, the more chances that it goes above it. But this is our little line of support and resistance, and we should see some interplay on both sides of the 6,100. Let's look at our NASDAQ, friend. What is it doing? Wow, Wonka Wonka. Look at this. It goes all the way down. It's to the area where we thought it would go back down into here. And then it said, screw that. I'm going to jump up from overbought and I'm going to be oversold. And now it's fairly priced. Look at this. It's in the fair price zone again up here. So we don't exactly know what it's going to do, but it could go for the 22,000. Is that possible? We'll see. Or it could come back down to the point of control and test these areas here. In other words, if it don't go up, baby, she might go down. Let's look at the linear regression. Linear regression is just as I telegraphed it. We had a small area of a small uptrend, and now we are in a consolidation phase, and it will soon break out, probably to the upside, to continue this major trend upward. But we shall see, because we just don't know for sure. All right, let's see how the account's doing today. It's doing really good. Let me just show you. We're up $1,172 in the Crimson account. Our little account is up $307. Isn't that cool? Just love that. Look at that. We're almost to $80,000. So the plan so far is working well. Now, the problem is we've got that call that's down $76 today in the 38-day expiration. So it's a 37% winner. Our put, we would expect to be winning. It is. It's up $29. Remember, we had a couple of down days, so it's only up 19.3%. But let's look at the TQQQ call. Now, I've got to remember what my trading plan says, because I don't quite remember. Let's see what the trading plan says. So this is the 11:15 plan. So let's go down here in option strategy. Let's go to the covered call strategy. Okay. So days to expiration, approximately 4 to 5. So I'm going to close it at a 50% of maximum credit, and I'm going to roll it when it gets to be a 70 to 75 delta. Wow. I didn't know I'd put that high of a delta on that. We're used to rolling at 30 deltas, aren't we? So let's see what kind of delta we are in our TQQQ. Go to TQQQ. We go to that 37 days. and we look at our call, and our call is a 33% probability of being in the money, 37 delta. So there's nothing really to work at. Nothing really to work on here. Now, it's tempting, y'all. It is really tempting on a day when TQQ is up 5%. It's tempting to sell another call. Let's see what we could get for one. First of all, let's go back to the plan and see what the plan says. The plan says on the calls, call on up days, if VIX is less than 15, sell about a 25 to 30 delta. So let's look at that. 25 to 30 delta. We could get 25 to 30 delta right in here. 20, 32, probably this 32 right here. Wow, I could put $286 into my pocket. Probably more. Look at this. That's $286. Look at this. This is strange. Look at the bid ask on some of these. $5, 340, 287, 235, 286. Why is this one higher than that one? Isn't that crazy? But it's something to think about. Now you could always look over here on the brown, and that's the expected move. So you could do something, and right at the expected move, get $150 or so. But I don't think that I'm going to sell one. I've got one out there now. Let's just let it sit and take advantage of these, being up $1,000 on a day when the TQQs are up 5.23%. This is really amazing. I'm loving our plan, our strategy so far. Let's go and see our hedges and see how our hedges are doing. Today is the 11th. Hard to believe. It's the 11th. So we've got a little bit of a hedge in, don't we? Make sure this is all updated, all updated, all updated. 73.57. It's not going to be long, y'all, before we're going to have to put in another hedge, right? We want to at least break even if we have a 20% down move with a 40% up VIX. But right now, we could, on a 20% down move, we could put $7,300 into our pocket, and that would mean that TQQQ would be down 60%. We would take the 7,300 and we would actually plow it into TQQQ shares. I probably need to put that in the plan. In the event of a crash, take the crash proceeds that we get from our crash protection and put it into TQQQ. All right, so I am loving our little strategy. Let's see if we can figure out how much money we're up all together. You want to? Let's see. Where's my thing? Tasty Main Empire 2024. Is that my spreadsheet? I guess so. TQQ Main Empire year 2024. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see how we started and how we're going. So we started off, y'all, with 75,383. So let's get our little calculator out here. We started 75,383. And calculator and see how we're doing. Because sometimes it's good just to, you're not supposed to count your money while you're sitting at the table. But we are at 79,550. 79,550. 79,550 minus 75,383 equals $4,167 divided by 75,383. We are up 5.5% in 1 month, 2 month, 2.5 months. I say that's pretty darn good. And keep in mind, we've only got like 3/10 of our portfolio invested. Can you imagine how much we would be up if we had all of our money in there invested? So we don't, but we're still up 5.5%. I think that's really, really good. I'm very happy with $4,167 in just a couple of months. I think that's really good. All right, guys, I love y'all to pieces. You mean the world to me. I appreciate you hanging out with me every day and hope you have a great day. And I will see everybody tomorrow.